Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Washington Commanders free agency, Cowboys Dante Fowler Jr. signed. New Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn is reportedly getting another one of his former defensive players from the Dallas Cowboys. Dorrance Armstrong has already agreed to terms to jump to a division rival, and now fellow Dante Fowler Jr. is joining him on new defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr.'s squad. Fowler has been with the Cowboys, and playing under former DC Dan Quinn, for the past 2 seasons. He will be 30 when the season starts, and he was the 3rd overall pick in the 2015 NFL Draft. The Washington Commanders logged just 39 sacks last season, so new head coach Dan Quinn could reunite with a favorite in free agency, edge rusher Dante Fowler Jr. They've worked together with the Atlanta Falcons and Dallas Cowboys, and Fowler would be a good fit to help the Commanders finally replace Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Fowler is among the external free agents Ben Standig of The Athletic believes the Commanders should consider. He noted how this would mark a 4th professional and college stop for Quinn with Fowler, 4+ sacks in 3 consecutive years. Quinn recruiting free agents who played on his Cowboys defenses would not only fortify the defense depth, it would also provide locker room voices for a room likely inhabited by rookies and random newcomers seeking cohesion. Those intangibles are important, but Fowler's track record of solid production on Quinn's watch should intrigue Commanders general manager Adam Peters. He needs to retool a pass rush that fell flat once defensive ends Young and Sweat were traded to the San Francisco 49ers and Chicago Bears, respectively, back in October. Fowler hasn't exactly lived up to the billing as the 3rd player selected in the 2015 NFL Draft. Yet, he still recorded 45 career sacks, including 10 on Quinn's watch, during 2 years in Dallas. Their partnership also yielded 33 pressures, 16 hurries, and 6 quarterback knockdowns, per Pro Football Reference. One of Fowler's best plays was the strip sack of Mac Jones against the New England Patriots in Week 4, highlighted by Standig's colleague John Machota. Commanders continue to add former Dan Quinn defenders, with latest signing. Newly minted head coach Dan Quinn is wasting no time in restructuring his defense with the Washington Commanders, the team he signed on to head coach earlier this offseason. Quinn of course took over the Commanders' vacant head coaching position after his stint as defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, who put together one of the most regular season defensive performances in recent NFL memory this past season. It seems that success has motivated Quinn and the Commanders brass to want to bring in some familiar faces from his tenure with the Cowboys. Breaking: free agent pass rusher Dante Fowler Jr. plans to sign with the #Commanders, sources tell at Bleacher Report. Dan Quinn continues to bolster his defensive line, reported Jordan Schultz of Bleacher Report on X, the social media platform formerly referred to as Twitter. Of course, the 29-year-old Fowler was a member of the Cowboys' vaunted defensive line this past season, and also played under Dan Quinn during his time as the Atlanta Falcons head coach a few years ago. Over the course of his career, Quinn has established himself as one of the elite defensive masterminds in the NFL, which was perhaps most notably demonstrated by his time orchestrating the Seattle Seahawks' feared Legion of Boom defense in the early 2010s. The head coaching position has been more of a mixed bag for Quinn, as he was fired by the Falcons after showing a propensity to relinquish huge leads on several different occasions. The Commanders will now look ahead to the NFL Draft next month. Cowboys star Micah Parsons sends one-word message to Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has a new team, but he'll still be seeing Dallas Cowboys star Micah Parsons twice a year. Barkley left the New York Giants for the Philadelphia Eagles in free agency. The sides agreed to terms on a 3-year, $37.75 million contract that could be worth up to $46.75 million and includes $26 million fully guaranteed, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Barkley celebrated his free agency move, but putting a pair of eagle emojis on social media. That caught the attention of Parsons, who needed only one word to respond. Sickening, Parsons wrote with a couple of laughing emojis. The Cowboys were the only NFC East team to not add a new face in their backfield. The Giants signed Devin Singletary to take Barkley's place. And the Washington Commanders added former Los Angeles Chargers running back Austin Ekeler on a 2-year deal worth up to $11 million. The Cowboys also lost their starting running back to the open market. Tony Pollard is heading to the Tennessee Titans, looking for a fresh start. Pollard is expected to sign a 3-year, $24 million deal with Tennessee. The Cowboys were willing to bring Pollard back, but he went with the bigger payday with the Titans, per Diana Russini of The Athletic. Pollard is coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and has nearly 100 catches in that span. However, he didn't thrive as a lead back last season and lacked in the explosive play department. Barkley wasn't the only running back Parsons shared his opinion on during the first day of free agency. The Pro Bowl pass rusher also reacted to the Green Bay Packers cutting ties with Aaron Jones. The Packers signed former Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, making Jones disposable. "This is actually wild to me. The Aaron Jones disrespect is crazy," Parsons tweeted. Maybe it's a light recruiting pitch by Parsons. The Cowboys are expected to be interested in Jones, per Jason La Canfora of The Washington Post. And with some of the big-name running backs off the board, Dallas should investigate the former Pro Bowler. Jones dealt with injuries last season, appearing in 11 games. He collected 656 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Jones also added 30 catches for 233 yards and another score. Where he truly shined was in the postseason. Jones racked up 226 yards and a trio of touchdowns, a chunk of that coming in a stunning wild-card upset of the Cowboys. He certainly had an impact on the game and an impact on our offense, an impact on our team with our late-season push, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur said of Jones. "I don't know if we do all that without him. That's all part of the process." The Cowboys do not currently have a feature back on their roster. But the team still has options, despite a slow first day of free agency. A big name still lurking is former Titans running back Derrick Henry. Henry notched 1,167 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns last season. However, the Baltimore Ravens have shown interest in landing Henry, and there is mutual interest in getting a deal done, per Josina Anderson of CBS Sports. Another interesting name who recently became available is Joe Mixon. He was released by the Cincinnati Bengals after the team signed Zach Moss to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Mixon played 7 seasons in Cincinnati and is coming off his 4th 1,000-yard campaign. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation Saquon Barkley? Leave your opinion in the comments.